Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet a rugby legend in America. The great Perry Baker is in studio. He's a 3-time Olympian. His incredible story just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, if you think about rugby, I think most of us think about the UK, we think about Australia, we think about other nations where it's so celebrated. We have an Olympic team here, and I have the privilege of having a 3-time Olympian in my studio. The great Perry Baker is in the studio. He's a rugby legend. Thanks for coming on the show.
No doubt, Jeff. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Well, let's talk about rugby in America because, I mean, this is an age-old game. In other countries, you either grow up going into football or soccer or rugby, don't you?
Correct, 100%.
And why hasn't it caught on in America?
For some of the reason I believe why it wasn't caught on in America, just the advertisement and being able to actually watch it. It's so hard to watch. I mean, playing on a national level, we play on different countries all the time, and just the time difference. Sometimes we're playing and it's 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning, so it's really hard for people to get up to watch it.
And you have some speed. So when I was preparing for the show this morning, I put into YouTube, and you're welcome to do this, Perry Baker Rugby, and there's all these videos, and I found this sizzle reel. Let's go ahead and play this, and I want you to kind of narrate this. Do you actually remember this play?
I do. I just was thinking that the guy was going to rush me, and I was just trying to create space. And
look at those wheels, man. So have you ever been timed in the 100 meters?
And no, but they did time me running. I want to say it was in in Vegas. And I was running from one try-in to the other, and they clocked me at a 10.5, swerving through traffic.
No, zigging and zagging, and it's still a 10.5.
Right.
And then you actually got drafted by the Eagles, so you got drafted in the NFL, but a little setback. Share that with us.
Yes, I would never forget it. It still haunts me a little bit because I was so close, and these words just always stick with me. As I was in the room, all the coaches around, then doctors walk in and say, "Hey, hold off on his contract." And then they take me out the room and they tell me they're going to have to release me because I failed my physical due to a torn meniscus in my right knee.
Wow.
And I remember when it happened too, I remember having the issue with my knee, but I never knew that it was a torn meniscus. I just thought it was like a cramp or anything, something like that.
And did that hold you back at all in your rugby career?
It did not. It never did. Even when I was in college, it didn't hold me back. I mean, I ran 40-yard dash for different teams and NFL teams and everything, still running 4.3s, 4.4s.
Wow.
And just unfortunate.
Okay, so we're going to show some more video. This is from an Instagram post because I'm just so impressed with, your speed, but you have to really be thinking like 3 moves ahead, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. What I play, position I play as a winger, and we're farther away from the ball. So we're just working off the ball, seeing where the space is. How can we create the space, or how can we hold the space? And for me, it's like what you just said, just 3 steps ahead with thinking, just how can I get there fast as possible?
And 3 different Olympic teams. So you told me before we started filming, 2016, it would have been 2020, but
Correct.
That was moved because of COVID, and then 2024. And then I heard a rumor, maybe you told me this, that are you about to suit up again?
Maybe, who knows? The way things are going right now, I just might suit up one more time.
Yeah. Do we have a good team?
We do. We have a really good team. They're a young team. They're really good, though. I mean, they're driven. They're very talented. Like, talent is not an issue with us here in America. We're playing the sport. It's just the IQ of the game.
Yeah.
And the only way you get better is playing in it. More often, the more times you can play in it.
And I know one of the things you're passionate about is coaching and teaching young people this fine craft of a game. Rugby took you around the planet, so it opens doors. Talk to that young person who's watching right now who has never even really thought about rugby. Why would they want to do this versus, say, football or basketball?
Rugby just teaches you so much. You learn a lot of life lessons at the same time, but here I am, a small kid from New Smyrna Beach, Florida. You probably never heard of my town, but it's a small town outside of Daytona Beach, and I've been around the world, learned a lot of life things, and just the camaraderie of the game itself, the brotherhood, the respect that you have for each other, and all those good things. And then, just like I said, take you around the world. I never dreamt of going to different places that I've been to, from Dubai to Hong Kong to Shanghai to Japan,
Wow.
Australia, to go to Sydney. It's just been all over, and it's just been a wonderful journey, and just meeting great people on the way at the same time.
Well, and you've been around the sport so long now. You were telling me before the show that even some ball boys grew up watching you kind of do.
Oh yeah, it makes me feel super old. But yeah, I had some guys when I was playing just come up to me, and they were like, took pictures with them. They were like 10 years old at the time, and now I'm actually sharing the same pitch playing against them.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, and when they tell me that, I'm like, what? Say that again? And then they'll show me a picture. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
I've been doing this for a long time, and I do feel older when they show me that.
All right, you're in great shape, Perry. How do you keep yourself so trim?
Yeah, I'm definitely in great shape. It's just the training. That's the thing about rugby too. The training is really hard. And I just feel like in any sport you play, to be good at it or be the best you can be, you have to put the work in. And this is one of those sports that you have to put the work in, So I've been doing it for a long time, and I always want to be the best at what I chose to do. And so I continually work. It's no off season. It's no time.
Well, I know a lot of parents watch this show and they're concerned about, the safety of their child. You were making the point earlier that it's actually a safer game than football.
Oh, yeah.
Explain.
Definitely safer. Because in football, you don't have to wrap up at all. You can usually lead with your helmet, even though they're now trying to call it crowning to get away from it. But rugby, you won't hit with your head the same way you hit with a helmet. And when you put pads on, you feel invincible with pads on. Versus when you take pads off, you think differently of how you're going to hit something, And in the game of rugby, you actually have to wrap up. You have to have a sure form of tackle versus just diving at someone's legs, taking their legs out. So rugby is a lot safer. And then when you think about injuries, there's not a single sport you can play that you don't get injured.
Right.
So that just comes with the nature of the business.
And teaching kids the art of being on a team. I mean, there's no I in team, and in the workplace you got to collaborate, and there's something special about a team when it comes together. And you've had a chance to play on some elite teams. What is the feeling like when it's all gelling?
Oh my goodness. Everything's going right. Nothing goes wrong. And it's just you're having fun. When you put so much work in and you're doing all the hard stuff day in and day out with a group that you've been with for so long, and then you start reaping what you sow, you start getting those benefits, it feels amazing. It's like nothing can go wrong, just because you've been together so long, you have that camaraderie, you just gelling together really well. And it just feels good because then you're being number one in the world, or number two, and we had the opportunity to be number one in the world.
Amen. Amen. We've got about a minute left, so look into the camera on the left and talk to the person who's thinking about at least going to a game. I mean, starting to watch the thing. So talk to that person.
If you like excitement, fun, fast pace, physicality, and come watch rugby. It's not a person I met that haven't fell in love with it by coming to watch it, being involved with it. It's just fun all the way around. If you want to have a good time, have fun, a great experience, come watch rugby, come play rugby. You won't regret it, I promise.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to end you with the Instagram page so you can get in touch with Perry Baker for all your coaching and speaking needs. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Jeff, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.